day here in Southern California. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Quick that.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Showing up. Shift. Watch the shift. Check nickel. Tighten up.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
We go, 76.
50, Mike, 50.
Hey, box drop.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
They are going for it. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Jim.
22 jet bomber. Hey, Echo.
Wide. Get wide. He's coming.
Leo. Come.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll He'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, Wahoo! Rock it.
Hey, let's get him home. Check the backer.
Now.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch the whip.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set 15, Ronnie. 15 Ronnie.
I got it.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Orvin. Hey, Sam on. Five.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Kamara. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Where they were on the field, kind of no man's land. Do you like the call?
I love the call. Almost had to go for it there, right, because of what you just described. Too far for the field goal, too short for the punt. You might punt in the end zone and just give them good field position anyway. Let's go for it. Plus, they were moving the ball. They had confidence and they could pick up this last bit of real estate.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a lot.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 5. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
61, matchbox lights.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. There you go.
Second and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 36. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans.
Topper!
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Murray. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's checking. Crash.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, lift.
That's what I do.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And some room to work. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that's complete to Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mullins now, 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
General West. Go.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey, no, look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Come off the ball, huh? Hey, check Mike 50.
Now a first down throw. Gone. A deep ball for Gurley. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down.
I have to admit to a little surprise here. And then down in distance, I would have thought they were going to throw the football. Instead, they decided to run it. But give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and held them to no gain.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, chop.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm ready. Mike, check, 59. in your face. Check out.
Greystone travel.
Patrick.
On second down now, it's Murray. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw, and he finds Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
They run it again with Kamara. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Back to throw here. And an alley to run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. What's good on the extra point? And that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 29, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Hey, down.
Check. He goes to you. He comes to me, it's me. Rush in.
Now it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? From the gun on 3rd down, gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Running with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. Mullins now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Hey, exit. General West.
59. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Ready. 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Here we go. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. I'm coming.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's taken in by Henderson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They can't hang with us.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Gurley again here on 1st down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Mike is 59.
He's back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He he's taken down. Danico Autry in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
Hey, team six.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm going to run you over. Mike 59. Mike 59. Rip right. Mike back, check. 59. You can't block me.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finds a seam inside the 40. Thomas has got it. Complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Rams, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.